Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com. In this video, I'm going to be checking out Double Donkey. Double Donkey, or sometimes called Burro Burro, is a dice rolling card trading game, sort of a pusher luck game as well, designed by Michael Modler and published by Piatnik. Piatnik sent me an extra copy of this and several other games and several other of their other, you know what I mean, multiple copies of all of their games to give away. So if you do leave a comment, question, something relevant to the video, hopefully not just insulting me, leave a comment, question, what have you, in the comment section down below. That will enter you in to potentially win a copy of Double Donkey. Here you can see Double Donkey. So there's only one donkey in the cover, but it's called Double Donkey. So that is weird. There's only one. It's like Highlander. So yeah, just leave a comment, something relevant. That's your entry into winning a copy of the game. It got kind of quiet. I guess that means I should talk about the game. So let me show you how the game works on the table, and it will come back right here. Not over there, not over there. Right here. Okay, each player is going to be dealt 10 cards, of which they will make a hand of 3. The youngest player will get the 6 dice. And in terms of the cards, let me just explain the dice. The cards correspond. In terms of the cards, they correspond to the dice. So they're going to be all the colors represented with very goofy and wacky art of a bunch of donkeys. So as you can see, yeah. And then this is the Angry Donkey card. I don't know how many there are of each color, but I know they're all represented. This just means that whatever the value is, you would flip it over. So Angry Donkey kicks it over. So if somebody rolled a 5, you understand what that means in a moment, then that 5 now becomes a 2. Works much better going high to low than low to high. And you'll understand that in just a second. So if it's a 1, you don't want to play, you probably want to play this. Unless you're trying to sabotage someone else. But that's a whole nother thing. So those are the majority of these cards. You have the Jackass card, and we have the Hay card. So your youngest player is going to take all the dice and roll them, and they're going to choose something that hopefully is unique to the other dice that are on here, as it's the first roll. They're all going to be, they're all up fair game. Let's say the youngest player's cards were here, so they're going to draw their hand of 3, and these are the donkeys that they have. So they have 2 green, the dark blue, I don't know, is this teal? I don't know, whatever, the lighter blue, yellow, and then purple. But it's more than purple, but I don't, anyway. They really wish they had this because it's a 1. You want low, think about this game is you want low numbers. That's what you're going for. But that'll make sense in just a second. All right, they do have this. So they're gonna take this and put the 2 there. And I'll take their pile as well. In fact, I'll just put them face up. So you wouldn't do that in the game. You just have them in your hand, but just, so you can see everything. So it makes sense. All right, so this player will take the dice, roll over here, and let's see what they got. We want low numbers, hopefully. That's not great. Okay, this is good because since they have this color, that's good for them there. But they're not. They had to put something else here. They don't have orange at all. They don't care, so they're just gonna put orange there. They would. Nobody would know what the other person had. So back over to this player. They're gonna roll. That 1 is key. So, ooh, tasty. So since there's a 1 already there, they can't put that there. There's an exception to putting something that's unique if there's no other die that can be they're all 1. So they kind of have the liberty to put anything they want. Doesn't happen a whole lot. All right, so let me go here. 6 is not like the best thing to put. So they're just going to put this here. Now, the player over here can see what's been previously rolled. This player on the right, the left side, they can just take what's here and put it here, which is wholly unique, or they can roll it. They're going to go ahead and roll it. If they roll a 5, they got to put it there. There's no other 5. Oh, I shouldn't have 2 3s here either. Oops. Yeah. I'm just going to take this and make it into a 4. So forget you saw anything. It should be, I mean, the 1s made sense, but I shouldn't have put the same thing there. So we have, outside of the 1s, if you need cards. Then each player would look at their own cards, and they would basically play 1 to 3 different cards based on the die values. Okay, since the name of the game is having the lowest card value, the lowest card value for this player is going to be 3. So they're going to try to, since these are both 3, they're just going to try to play both of them. Remember, it's a card shitting game. They have 7 more cards in their deck. And for this player, the lowest card value they have is going to be 2 for these two dice right here. They could place this 3, but why do that? If 2 is your lowest, and which is the lowest you can do 2 1s, why would you not? Because nothing is ever, even if it was paired up with itself, if you had both of the same size, it would still be worth 2. So 1 is their lowest. They're not getting rid of quite as many, but I'm trying to think, what would I do in this instance since it's tied? Because you can't play 1 to 3 different things. I guess if I had 3 cards that were all 2, I'd get rid of all of them. If they're thinking like, hey, 3 is low, because, it's worth 3 because of these 2 dice, a 1 and a 2, so these are worth 3. Try and get rid of them all. I don't know. So they put these out face down, and then they reveal them, and then whoever has the lowest value is going to be the winner. That's going to be this player over here on the right side, since they have a value of 2. So what that means is this player would get the jackass card, and I think everything gets discarded into a shared discard pile. This player won. So what that means is the player who has the jackass card in front of them does not replenish back up to 3 from here. They replenish from here. So they're going to take 2 more cards. So they still have 10. This player is going to take from here. This player has 9 cards total between their hand and their personal deck. So this person is winning so far. Whole point is to get rid of your cards. So you want to make wise decisions and use the dice and get rid of your cards. And that is pretty much the game. You just saw Double Donkey. It's okay. It's all right. It's my first impression was like, honestly, like real talk, was like, where's the game? Like there's a game here, but I just felt like if one person gets the jackass card and doesn't get rid of things, everybody else is. So it's kind of like you're still racing, but it just, I don't know. If initially I thought when I went through the rules and I was like, well, if one person gets kind of screwed over, everybody else is actively getting rid of things. So you're really competing with them. But if it ends up being the same people, then one person just like started off losing and continued to lose, making them a loser. That hurt. So I'm off the loser. That's not the point. It's all right. I would like to play it at 5. I played it at less than 5. So every time I played it, so I would like to play it with more. But maybe it changes it. But it's okay. It's a nice little distraction. It's for players 8 and up. That seems about right. The 20 minutes is interesting because I have played a game where it went way long because me and another player, I was a 2-player game, just kept going back and forth. Like we could not get rid of that last card until finally someone did. And there is a rule that says something like if you end up like, when you have ties, for the most part, like if you have a tie for the highest value card, then you just roll some dice, and whoever rolls, still a tie, all players roll a die until tie. Whoever rolls the higher number loses. They get the jackass card, and they don't get a chance to shed more cards from their personal hand and deck. So the whole impetus of the game is like low. want low numbers. You don't want high numbers. And the game ends when there's no cards left in somebody's hand. And then I forgot to mention that. The game ends when you get rid of all. It's a card sharing game, so you want no more cards in your hand, no more cards in your deck, or your slasher pile, none of that. If several says here, if several players manage to get rid of their final card during the same round, they share the victory. That's a common, tiebreaker, winner sharer. That's not even a word, but yeah, Double Donkey's okay. It's all right. I've played better. I played worse. I do like the fact that the angry donkey cards are in there, so you can kind of just screw over other people, even if you don't have that color die on your cards, the ones you played at all. You could just mess somebody else over. Yeah, it's kind of mean, but I mean, you're not playing this game because it's skill based. You're playing it because it's random. There's dice in it. You don't know what people have. You don't really know what you're gonna have until it's in your hand. So yeah, that is Double Donkey. It's all right. So like I said, leave a comment, question, whatever, and be entered in to win a copy of, not this copy, another copy. And as I've been saying this every video, I do like the fact that there's these little areas on the sides of the box that need to pack much better. So let's take the dice out. There we go. So I hope this becomes like the standard for small box games. I mean, technically, I'm assuming does it save like a fraction of a cent or something because it's on both sides, and it works out well. It's a potential win-win. Everybody can just do this so much easier. You can rip the bottom really easily without like getting your fingers like underneath it, which kind of messes with the integrity on the sides of it. It's a whole thing. And then the dog done bit the cat done bit the dog, and your neighbor's wilding out. It's a whole thing. So I appreciate that. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. That's Double Donkey. I'm kind of, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, I'm not really throwing this in my bag on a regular basis for a small box game, but it's not terrible. But it's also not, there are better small box card games. But there are also much worse ones as well. I'm not really saying much of anything. I'm just gonna end this here before I just get myself in even more trouble. Anyway, I'm Aaron, GameEnthus.com. Thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe, and be blessed.